my angels, it's Hailey Reese, and I hope that you guys are having a fantastic morning, afternoon, night, whatever it is for you when today's video finally reaches you. Today's video is another true terrifying Christmas encounter and paranormal experience that was shared to me from one of you. And I've always told you guys this, but whenever I hear your guys' personal paranormal experiences, number one, I do my absolute best to give you guys the best advice that I possibly can. While I'm absolutely no expert, the world of the unknown is only as known as we are able to experience. And I definitely don't think that I'm holier than thou or that I know more than anybody else. It's just based off my experiences, I do try my best to share with you guys what I would do in that situation, or if I've had any similar encounters, share with you what I've done in that situation. But number two, it just chills me because I know how real my personal experiences are. And to hear your guys' experiences, and even those that are far more terrifying than anything I've experienced, it's just so chilling to read and to talk with you guys about. And today's video is that of a DM that I received not too long ago about what happens in a household every single Christmas to her little girl. Before I get into today's video though, I would just very quickly like to thank today's video sponsor, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community for creators with thousands of classes. I personally really enjoy their creative writing, productivity, and film and video classes. But whether you're just looking to fuel your curiosity, your creativity, or even your career, there's definitely something for everybody. One of the classes that I really recommend to you guys, and I've been super loving, is the How to Make a Podcast, Plan, Record, and Launch with Success. Because as you guys know, I'm looking into creating a podcast, so this has been like super helpful for me. Skillshare is giving away a free 2-month unlimited access trial to my subscribers who click the link down in the description. And then after that, it's only around $10 a month. So if you guys, like I said, are looking to fuel your curiosity, your creativity, or your career, make sure you guys click the link down below and check out Skillshare. I actually have been utilizing their creative writing classes and I have loved every single minute of it. So thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. And without further ado, let's get right on into this story/experience. So for today's story, I was given full permission to share what this family encounters. However, she asks that I change her name for privacy reasons and that I don't include the name of her daughter. So with that being said, I'm gonna just give her a name. I think I'm gonna call her Maya, and I'm gonna just call her daughter her daughter. I'm not even gonna make up a name for her daughter. So Maya reached out to me via Instagram DM, and it was a super long DM that initially had, I don't know if you guys have ever seen this, I'm sure you have, but when somebody messages you on Instagram and you don't follow you don't follow them, and they send you pictures, you have to like tap to preview it and see the picture in order to see what it is, just in case it's something that you don't want to see. And there was a ton of those as well. So I opened up the DM and I started reading through it, and when I tell you guys, it took me probably around an hour to read this whole entire DM. Like, she'd sent multiple messages because she'd ran out of character space for the message, and it was just long, and there was pictures of her daughter, and there was pictures of some of the things that she was describing. And immediately, not just because she'd taken so much time to write it, but also because she was including the proof and the evidence for these things for me, I immediately felt like I needed to take my time to read through every single second of this email. Not that I don't take my time and read through every single second of other emails, but you guys know sometimes, or email, why am I calling it an email? It's a DM. You guys know sometimes when you receive like super long messages, DMs, emails, comments, like if it's really, really, really long and you have a lot to do that day, you might skim it. But I wanted to give this my full and like undivided attention and just read through what she was experiencing. And in summary, I wanted to kind of tell you guys what she's been experiencing. Like I said, it took me forever to read the DM, so if I sat here and told you guys every single detail, we'd probably be here all day. But I want to share with you guys the main premise of what she's been experiencing, and one of her requests was that you guys please let her know in the comments below what you think she should do and what you think is going on. So she started out kind of by giving me a background of the family. She is a single mom of a little girl. The dad's completely not in the picture, but her parents are very close with her, and they come from an Italian family. Both of her parents are Italian, and they're traditional Italian, Maya's parents. So she started by saying that herself, she's not very religious, but she came from a very religious family. Her family is traditional Italian. They're Catholic. They are completely like devoted to it, and they spend all of their days making sure to live by that. And so she was raised by a very religious family, but after everything that happened to her throughout her childhood and in her older years, she kind of found herself pulling away from religion and trying to just find her own self inside, and really putting her energy and devotion and everything into her daughter rather than this higher power that she ultimately felt at this point had kind of failed her. But she said it was really important to note that at no point did she turn from God. She never said like any negativity towards God. She never had this moment of like, I'm done. She never went against God. She just felt like she wasn't gonna follow that because she felt so failed time and time again and really wanted to just focus on her own self. Not to say that she was anti, she just wasn't for. She was just neutral. And so she had her daughter, and for the first couple of years, it was like any parent, she was struggling, but it was the best thing that ever happened to her. And then a couple of years ago, something really strange started happening around the holidays. Now, when her daughter turned around 8 years old, her daughter started to act very strange when Christmas would come around, and more specifically, when they would go to Maya's parents' house, where all of the decor was out and there was Jesus everywhere and God everywhere and crosses and Bibles and just the overall embodiment of Catholicism. And she said that any time that she would bring her daughter around this time to her parents' house during the holidays, her daughter would get very anxious and upset about all of the religious items. She would get really upset about the Jesus setup, and she would get really upset about the crosses, and she couldn't figure out why, because she'd never told her daughter anything negative about it. And in fact, all of the years prior, when they'd went to Maya's parents' house, she was continuously fine. Like, she was surrounded by this for her whole childhood, and all of a sudden it was like a switch went off and she just couldn't be around it. And that was something that Maya made sure to really specify to me, was that it started out, it wasn't like an anger towards it, it wasn't like a mockery of it, it was like she would get anxious and angry and just didn't want these things around her. And of course, Maya's parents took this as Maya, because she kind of went down a little bit of a different path, meaning that she was pulling away, she wasn't going to church, she was just doing her own thing, was blamed for this. But it progressed, you guys, and for the past couple of years, every time the holidays come around, her daughter says that someone comes and visits her and tells her all of these negative things about Christmas and about God and about Jesus, and tells her secrets that she can't tell Maya. But just know that none of it is good, and just know that he is watching. She said that her daughter would look at her like she wasn't even there. And then sometimes her daughter would come out of that daze almost looking terrified of what she just experienced. She would start getting angry and violent and yelling and screaming and just acting in ways that she wouldn't throughout the whole rest of the year. And whenever Maya would ask her why do you hate Christmas so much? She would say that he tells her secrets, that he won't leave her alone. And when Maya would ask where he lives, she says he lives everywhere, but that he visits her room and that he is always watching. Where Maya has gotten to the point of complete and utter desperation is that every holiday it's getting worse and worse, and she feels like she's losing her daughter more and more, to the point where sometimes she'll walk past her daughter's room in the night and hear her daughter speaking in a language or a voice that's unrecognizable. And when she opens up the door, sometimes her daughter's actually laying sleeping. So she wonders if it was her daughter at all, but it almost sounded like her daughter's voice, just in an unrecognizable tone. Or other times she'll open up the door and her daughter will just be sitting there staring blankly out. When she'd ask her what's going on, her daughter would look dazed and confused as to why she's asking her this. Maya said that she almost feels like maybe she's to blame, that the fact that she pulled back from religion is the reason that her daughter's going through this, and she almost believes that maybe Satan or a demon or something of those sorts is the root cause of what's happening with her daughter. So she doesn't know if it's her own fault or if this would have been inevitable, whether she'd stayed or continued going to church or not. But all she knows is that it's just getting to the point of uncontrolled. And that's why she reached out to me. At At this point, Maya said that she can't even talk about Christmas. She can't even talk about faith. And it's become very difficult for her to even bring her daughter into her parents' home because of everything going on around the holiday season. And that her daughter is slowly but surely every holiday season becoming something that she's not. But what really freaks Maya out, and where she wants to know what you guys think of this, is the fact that right after the holidays end, her little girl comes back to normal. Religious things don't bother her. She doesn't get anxious around them. But the minute that the Christmas season comes around, she says that someone comes and visits her, tells her secrets, tells her how bad it is, and is always watching. Her daughter would have markings on her, scratches that she couldn't explain. She would wake up in the night in real night terrors, and she would just sometimes look at Maya like she's not even her kid. But at the end of every holiday season, it all goes away. So, oh my God, that scared me. What was that? So, I want to ask you guys, what do you think is going on with Maya and her daughter? Why do you think only around the holiday season she gets like this? Let me know in the comments below, and I will keep you guys updated as to what is going on, but that is the main premise of it. And that's what she was comfortable with me sharing with you guys right now. What do you guys think is going on? Let me know. And why do you think it's only Christmas? Once again, thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. I super appreciate it. If you guys are new to my channel or you are just not yet subscribed but you do enjoy my videos, make sure you go ahead and click that subscribe button. And please give this video a big thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Remember, my loves, do all things with kindness. And until tomorrow, I love you guys.